Hey friends, welcome back to my studio. I am so happy you're here. I thought you might want to tag along with me. I'm going to try to paint an 8 by 8 inch painting fast. I'm going to paint some daisies. The reason I'm going to try to paint it fast is because then sometimes you actually get, you make better decisions because you don't overthink it and you get some interesting and pretty brush strokes. Sometimes happy accidents can happen, like Bob Ross used to say. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so I have an 8 by 8 inch canvas panel from US Art Supply. It came in a 12 pack. I think it was the same price as the ones from Michael's. And I'm liking them a little bit better because it's 100% cotton canvas, triple primed, and it says archival quality acid free. So the Michael's canvases might be too, but it doesn't say it on their packaging, whereas this one says. So I like that. And I've got some Prussian blue out. It's starting to get old, so I want to use it up. It's starting to get kind of thick. I don't know if you can see it on the video, but it's kind of got like little lumps in it, whereas this is nice and creamy. And some bright aqua green. And then I think I'm gonna put a little orange in it. Here, let's just mix. I'm thinking this might be a mistake, 'cause that's an awful big puddle of bright aqua green, but I kind of want a greener sky. Oh, I thought maybe we would take, the Prussian blue is strong, but it looks like I could use a little more. And then I was maybe thinking of putting a little orange in it, because orange and blue are complements, to mute it down just a smidge. You could put a little gray in it, a little black in it. Gosh, you could probably put a little red in it. Red depends on the red. The red's gonna have some yellow. There, that's going a little bit more blue. I just don't want it straight up. I always have to look at the name, bright aqua green. I think the bright throws me. Maybe just a smidge more. And actually, I don't know if I'm gonna need to mute it down, because that Prussian blues are pretty muted blue. Let's see what that looks like. I'm just gonna wipe it on a paper towel. That's pretty. I think we might just go with it. Oh, my cat's gonna want out. I shut my studio door so people won't come in and out. And she's gonna wanna go out. I'll be right back. Okay, I put out some titanium white. I like to buy it in the jars because I go through a lot of white. And then I put a little bright aqua green out just so I could see the difference in the color I have going here. And I probably mixed too much paint here, but I may just paint two of them. I've got the colors out. Take them both to the gallery. I'm really excited. I'm not sure when this video will post, but I had a show in March at the gallery. I have art there all the time, but you get to be the featured artist about once a year. And so mine was in March, and I sold several small paintings, which is why I'm gonna paint these quick. Another reason to paint it quick. Okay. I think we're just gonna go with that color. Because when I paint the white daisies, they're white. So I want a little more juice, a little more color. Let's see, I'm gonna grab a bigger brush. It doesn't really matter what brush or what size, I just kind of want a bigger one. Oh, you probably wanna know what this is. A 1 inch Royal and Lang nickel. It's their Zen line. Still have the sticker on it. Okay, let's get moving instead of talking. I'm gonna grab some white, grab some blue, and I want to pick it up because I can paint the edges. I'm just going to do a simple back and forth because a lot of times I do quiet skies because I have busy flower paintings, or I want to focus on, like if I'm painting a buffalo, I want to focus on the buffalo, not the clouds in the background, that kind of thing. So I'm going to think lighter at the top. So let's just put some more white up here. So by the time this video posts, I'll have hit 3,000 subscribers. Thank you, you guys. It just means the world to me. Emily is my daughter. She helps me with the editing, and she helps with the lives. Many of you, may know her. We're just really excited. I just didn't think we would get here. I was pretty grumpy. She always says I'm not grumpy, but it's so much work to do the videos, and I'm like, is it smart? Is it a good thing to do? And of course she was right. She's the one who thought we should do it, and I've just met so many wonderful people. It's been just wonderful. Really, it's helped me a lot. I spend a lot of alone time painting. So connecting with you guys has really helped me. And we have a Facebook group. The link is in this video description. And I've been able to connect with you guys there, get to know you. So that's been a ton of fun. It's just been a blast. I'm so glad we did it. I get to share my art journey with you guys, and I set up some traceables, which is fun. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is dry this with a hairdryer so I can grab it and paint the rest of it. All right, dried it with a hairdryer. Hopefully that's on. Oh, I'm getting some shadows. There's an upside and a downside to turning on lights. I wonder if maybe I point that away from me a little bit. Is that a little bit better? I'm getting shadows, but maybe that's a little bit better. I can't totally see the top of my phone. If you don't have Liquitex or that bright aqua green, or any colors, golden, I only have one tube of golden paint here because I like the bigger caps. They're easier for me to get open. I can store them just like this on a shelf. You could hang them because there's a hole. So I just like that. You can go to Golden's website and it has like a color mixer, how to mix. It's with their paints, but still, it'll get you really close. I buy a lot of colors because it's just convenient, it's fun. It's not necessarily practical. I don't know if I wanted to put a little white in there. I don't think that's hurting anything. Put a little white down right in the middle. I'm gonna paint grasses, but it'll sort of be built-in darker corners. Okay, I'm gonna dry this with a hairdryer. All right, let's mix a green. Since this is a muted blue, we should get a muted green. Oh, I put out cad yellow medium hue, and then I put out some raw sienna. Excuse me. Yeah, that's nice. So, I mean, you could use straight out of the tube bright green, but I rather like the, I don't know, muted, softer greens. And then as soon as I say that, I'll watch me pull out. Oh, I've got a lime green. So I'll look for it for a pop of, bright color. Actually, I might do that on this one. It might be kind of fun. Oops, I just stuck my finger. And the raw sienna. All right, let's make a sometimes I like to make a couple of puddles of color. So I do a combination of mixing on the fly as I go, and then I do some pre-mixing. It just kind of depends. I've got too much blue. I'm gonna clean off my knife just because it'll make it a little cleaner when I grab the yellow. Sometimes I don't clean off my knife. It's still quite dark. I'm debating. I think it'll be okay. I think I might cause I can mix the two to get variations. I like that a little better. And then you mix or don't mix as thoroughly as you like. Sometimes I just like mixing, so I get kind of mesmerized by it. It's kind of nice and relaxing. Okay, so what color for grass, or what brush for grass? This is a 3/4 inch Royal and Langnickel. It's their Zen line. I'm gonna do grass like I do quite often. Well, do I want to do that? What we could do, it might be quicker. Let me think about this a little bit. Maybe we want kind of maybe like grasses that come up high. I'm trying to decide what we want to do here. Oh, my art table's wiggling. I can see it. We could do this. It might be quicker than doing all the zigzags. Let's just put some paint down. I'll grab some straight up blue. Let's see. So now what I'm thinking is, so I've got dark there. Maybe we want some dark here. I might lift this up a little bit so I can paint the edge. So all I'm thinking is just varying the values. I might not like how light this is over here, but let's put it in. I tend to like my corners darker. It's just an easy little way to keep the viewer in the painting. Oop, I got a lot of paint over the side. So I usually do almost like a sweep, so I'm thinking let's do the opposite. You know, I'll have high here and high here, so I kind of keep in the painting that way. Let's do more of a triangle layout here. So I put these in frames. They're like, they're not real deep, but they're shadow box frames from Michaels. Really cute, white. But I still paint the sides in case they take it out and put it in a plate stand or a little wood display easel. I'm gonna grab a little water. Things are kind of drying out a little bit. Now I'm wondering if we're gonna want things higher. Maybe not, because I don't know exactly where I'm going. So we can already get some, maybe a little water. How do you know when you need water? Well, I like the dry brushing, but I don't particularly want it here. Kind of fat. Light touch, maybe even a skinnier brush. play a little bit. There we go. Sometimes they just aren't skinny. Like that one. I wonder if I want to switch brushes. This is a really nice brush, but it's also quite thick, which is nice. It holds a lot of paint. But sometimes you don't want that. I'm going to clean it out sort of decently so I can set it aside. I just recently bought some inexpensive craft brushes at Michael's, but one upside to them is they're quite skinny. Let's see what happens if I try. I could have also cleaned off my brush and reshaped it, and it might have given me some skinnier lines. Actually, this isn't that much skinnier. It just kind of depends on your pressure too. It's really not. Maybe if I dry it with a hairdryer so I can set this down, that might help me too. I think I'll do that. I'll be back, guys. Alrighty. I see I've got a bunch that are the same. So lifting up helps them get skinnier. So actually working from the bottom and then lifting up. They don't have to connect all the way down. You can always connect them later or just add a stroke. Here, I'll do a dark one. Let's see. Oh yeah, see, it started out really fat. And then you could just kind of continue it. I don't like that. I missed. Let me grab a clean brush and a little bit of water. Kind of smear it out. And then my bottom layer isn't cured, so you have to be a little bit careful. You can start lifting up that paint too. So I just kind of scrub it out, lift it out. Let's try that again. I think we'll just leave it like that. And grab a little water because it doesn't want to flow. It's a hunk of paint. There we go. Sometimes it just takes a little practice with the brush to get used to it and figure out what you want to do. Oh, I wasn't listening to my own advice. That's fat. I'm not going to worry about it. Stuff happens. So I kind of like this one right here. It's like a stop. I'm going to make it a little stronger in color. So I've got some brush strokes that are showing here. And we can come back and put sky holes like you would on a trees. I should do a tree painting video. Be good practice for me. I don't paint as many trees. So there's what's kind of, for me, it's kind of nice just to have the 3 puddles I'm pulling from. One is the straight up Prussian blue and 2 are the greens that I mixed. So all I'm doing is, sometimes I like the canvas texture that you can see and sometimes I don't, so I want to cover it up. It's just personal preference. See there, I've got quite a bit. Oops, I get messy sometimes. Well, let's see what happens. It's bugging me when I see it on there. I'm just gonna wipe it off. Oh, it's because it's so close. Keeping my colors close so you can hopefully see the palette. Grab a little water, it's not flowing. Part of the reason it could be not flowing is because it might be drying underneath and it's getting sticky. So you can see I don't try to make my grass go all the way top to bottom. Like that looks like it does, and that stops there, and now I'm even going up higher. Plus I'm also thinking I've got this square chunk right up there. I'll link my new grass video. It's not like real pretty, but it shows you just some thoughts about painting grass off in the distance and up close with one color, which might be a little bit easier. I don't know if I want to keep getting darker there with the blue. Layers help you. Here, I kind of need a I like having stronger on the sides to keep you in the painting. I'm gonna bring this down. Ooh, so heavier covers more. Actually, I kind of like what I'm getting right here is kind of like a little something behind that's behind the grasses. What we can do, cleaning off my brush, what we can do is grab some of our sky color. That was way too much white. And usually when you put in sky holes, you want it darker. I started with white, but you want it darker. So we can just kind of put in a little, so it's not quite like I've got this line right here. Kind of break that line up. It's called negative painting when you do that. That was too dark. I need to clean off my brush. Okay, let's grab a little white. Here we go. That'll blend in. You can kind of take advantage of optical blending. Actually, maybe these need to be a little lighter. Are these too dark? They dry darker on you, sometimes you have to come back and fix. Let's try some straight up. So I've kind of got some going on down here with the skipping of the canvas. Break that up a little bit maybe. So how do I know where to break it up and where not to? I just try to make things look random. Part of the decision is your own handwriting in painting. It won't be wrong. That's a little too light. I think that's pretty good. I think we need to dry this and, well, actually I'm going to change my mind after I said that. I'm not sure I want all the skipping down here. My brush is kind of dirty. Okay, I'm gonna try this with a hairdryer. Okay, let's paint some centers. And I'm thinking maybe I'm gonna take a little bit of the raw sienna. Make sure I'm saying the right color. Yep. And a pinch of blue. Let's see what we get. I'm thinking we'll get a darker brown. There's a little green in there, but that's all right. Oh, maybe a little more. I should grab some blue. A lot of times I'll grab too much paint and I'll have a huge puddle going, which there's nothing wrong with it. It's just if you want to conserve paint, or, you know. I've done it plenty of times where I have way too big a puddle than I need for a small painting. Okay, where do we want some flowers? And do we want a lot of flowers? Or we want like a big flower? A lot of times I do a big flower. Okay, so let's, like right about there, right about here and here are thirds. It's not exact. So do we want to put one kind of on the third? Put a fairly big one. It's just one way to help you decide. I don't know if I wanted it any bigger. Okay, so we made one decision. Should put one kind of looking in, about the same size. That's covering pretty well. I'm kind of surprised. The raw sienna is transparent. The blue must be helping the coverage. Now that's kind of middle. You know what I might do is paint a couple petals, see where those are gonna go. So I'm cleaning out my brush. You could use some matte medium to make your paints more transparent. So if you don't have a transparent mixing white or a zinc white, this has a different texture too. You may or may not like it, but it is more transparent white than the titanium white. This one's more opaque. I might just try it with a little bit of water. And I see I got some blue on my brush. So I wipe my brush off on paper towels, but sometimes I wipe it in a spot that isn't dry. Because my paper towels, here, I'll reuse them. I'll fold them over and reuse them, but that also gets me in trouble. I don't always know where's a clean spot and where's a dirty spot. Alrighty, so let's grab some water. Alright, so if I have of course, these might not be dry enough. I'm going to dry them with a hairdryer. Alrighty, there's kind of a blob where I push the paint up. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. But I just kind of surface dried it, which will help. And so the reason I'm going to paint a couple petals is so I kind of know where these are going to end up. I actually kind of like the puddle I'm getting. This one, try and do it differently. So I actually merged a couple petals together, which I think will be kind of fun. Sometimes I bring one up just for variety, so these are all kind of stuck in the same spot. So what I could do, could switch brushes so I don't have to clean this one out. I could shorten this one back up. Okay, so now I kind of know where those two are going, and they're not that big. Where else? I'm gonna grab a different color to start with. Oh, and I think I want to put a bee in here, a little teeny bee. I might kind of need one in the middle. Put a little one there. Let's put one there. I think I'll have my bee. Oh, I'm looking for a charcoal pencil, or charcoal, yeah, pencil. Generals. How high up? Do I want the bee high, or do I want to kind of... Let's put it right there, that'll remind me. So let's maybe put, I'm gonna grab some brown so it's a different color. Should put a little one right up there. I think we need one more big one. It can help you to work in threes. So I'm gonna put one closer to the middle. Back to our darker color, or maybe even add a pinch of green to it. So one thing that can help your paintings is just sort of, I've already kind of shift the center colors a little bit, just gives it a little bit more variety. And I'm thinking bigger as we get towards the bottom, but I don't want to get them too big. Put a little one. And darker. Grab a little blue. Cleaning off my brush. think I had too much water in these. Oh, and we're gonna want, actually before I do that, I'm gonna wanna mix some like blue-ish or brownish petals and save the white for last. So let's scratch that idea. Let's put in, it's gonna be wet. It's probably one of my drier ones. That's kind of cute, just 1, 2, 3. I'll make this one kind of surfing, so skinny. I'm using the side of my brush. That's kind of fun. A little surfing daisy. And I picked up some brown, but that's okay. These will just remind me of what, excuse me, what I'm thinking. How that one really going down. Actually, it might be a good idea to take just a little bit of this dirt color. Oh, a little bit of blue might be smart. Ooh, that's strong. Actually, it might not have been too strong. Okay, and a little bit of water. I think I'll go ahead and do this one. That was fun. I really shouldn't be reinforcing that one. Okay. Let's see, should we? A little bit more water, maybe. A little bit more dirt. So I kind of woke it up a little bit with some water and paint, and then I can kind of lift it up with my finger. I need a little more water. We can come back and darken them. I kind of like to sneak up on the valleys, but we can come back and darken them. Let's point this one up so we kind of get this going. Let's point this one up. Fun. There. I don't know. Do we need more? Or sometimes I like to put in just like little dots and spots of fun stuff going on. We might call that good. Okay, cleaning out my brush. Oh, did I say what this was? It's a number 12 filbert from Royal and Langnickel. Okay, let's work on some centers. I'm gonna grab some blue because it's my darkest color. All right, so we have the light over here, shining this way. So it's dark on the right, bottom right, and light on the top left. You can totally do it the other way. The blue's kind of dried up. Let's just put some more blue out. Or wake it up maybe. Grab my palette knife and... Yeah, I think maybe it's just because I don't have much on my palette. That's Prussian blue, just a reminder. Use any blue. You can use ultramarine blue. Goodness gracious. It's kind of sticky. So I'm just grabbing a number 4, doesn't even say. Pretty sure it's a Royal Line nickel. Just kind of scoop up some of my paint. I need a smaller brush, or maybe I need to thin it out a little bit. Here. I was trying not to switch brushes on you so often to make it a simpler video, but I'm just gonna use this one. So all I'm thinking is bottom right. Gonna try and preserve some of my petal shapes if I like them. Here I won't go to the edge because then I might lose the center of the flower. That's fun. Cleaning up my brush. So I'm trying to do a mixture of step-by-step videos and time-lapse videos where I pop in and comment and just mix it up. And we do lives on every Wednesday. Right now, this is March 2022, we do lives every Wednesday, noon Central. We're thinking we'd get more people watching if we did it in the evenings, but it's nice to do it while nobody's in the house. You know, nobody's using the internet. So we get better, hopefully better streaming, that kind of stuff. So I grabbed too much paint because I was talking, which I tend to do. I had to go jump right in and paint. Plus yellow isn't a very strong color, so I need a lot less of the raw sienna. And I'm just looking for a lighter. It's really not gonna get more orange, it's gonna be kind of a lighter raw sienna color. You could pop in here with some orange, that could be really fun. Okay, so our light side. I think the smaller brush is gonna be easier for some of the little ones. And the more yellow, the more transparent. There I'm kind of following the shape of the cone or the center. Now I'm actually going to take the straight up raw sienna. So the highlight got darker as we go down into the shadow area. Sun's probably going to be catching them at the top. Maybe not so much down here. So it can help you just to kind of blob more than one color in your centers. I think we're going to have to let those dry. I might come back with some yellow or some light yellow. Oh, I definitely think I want to do that. But we'll let that dry. I'm starting to worry about how long this video is getting. Because like I get complaints when they're not step by step, and I get complaints when they're too long. So we just try to, I say we because my daughter helps me quite a bit with YouTube and marketing. We just try to mix it up. Okay. Actually, I think the browner color might be better. I could throw in a little, oh, that actually could be fun. So white can be tricky, but really whites aren't white in most areas, only where there's a bunch of bright light. I'm just kind of playing with this color because I really don't. I kind of had it and then I kind of painted it out while I was chatting. So it might be darker where it hits, and then it would be lighter where it comes out. So maybe just darker on this side. Throw a little, maybe I'll make that one all darker. That one too. So definitely darker over here. This one might stop because it's going to catch the light. Maybe we'll push this one back. Okay, now let's take a little blue. I'll actually scratch that thought. Let's bring this down just a little bit. So maybe here it's going to be darker. Maybe right there. There'll be like a highlight in the middle. So it kind of comes, so it's stuck to the center and then it kind of comes up, catches some sun, and then it goes away from the sun and loses it. I was thinking we might bring the warm color down a little bit, just so we don't have it like warm shadows at the top, cool shadows in the bottom. That might get a little too regular. I don't know if that's going to make sense. It's like this one could be catching some sun. Let's put a little warm in all of them. Okay, now let's grab some blue. I'm gonna put a little I don't know if anything's coming off my brush. I think it is, I just can't see it. It's too close to the same value. Oh, not. That's too dark. Let's cool it a little bit, maybe. That's kind of pretty. Just kind of using a light touch. Okay, so basically I'm sneaking up on the white, but I'm thinking pretty soon I'm going to put in the white so I can see how it looks. Then you can go back and adjust your darks. You can paint strictly dark to light. I need a little more help sometimes, so I'll paint the whites. I think these centers are going to be dry enough, so I'm going to add a little white. Some yellow. It'll make it cover, and then if it's too bright, I'll come back and put yellow over it. Just put a as we get down here, I don't know if we want too much highlight. I'm gonna take some straight up yellow and see what it does for me. Yeah, it's more transparent, but that's not a bad thing. Oops. Of course, if you put it on really thick, then it won't be transparent. I can tell when I'm painting, I start talking quieter. I'm not a talk and paint person. I think I'm gonna get used to it as I do all these videos. Doing better with it, but just kind of cleaning my brush off. Yeah, I think I might want some like bright yellow over the top. Maybe on these three. Make them stand out. Okay, we're gonna let that dry. We might blend them in some more. Clean out my brush just a little bit again, or maybe just grab a little bit of Alrighty, let's do some white. So one thing, if you want to have like good palette maintenance, I've been pulling out from this white in different directions, so it makes it harder to find a clean spot. You know, if you always pull from the same place and then pull it in more, have a bigger palette too would help. I don't know, you just have a clean edge to pull paint from. So I've got my filbert. I'm not sure how I kind of lost that petal. Dried really light. Also, that got long. So maybe I need to, I offloaded my brush a bit so I know it wouldn't put down such heavy paint. Maybe I need to kind of do that. And then maybe kind of connect it. I really connected it. Let's leave that alone for a little bit. I don't know why I keep grabbing more paint. I think I have plenty right there on the edge. Okay, so this one is pretty strong. I could add a little skinny highlight there. That's kind of fun. So if I make this petal here white, it'll come up on top. I was gonna smear it, but it's too dry. And so I've kind of got like white, color white going, so I'm gonna add some white to this one. It would help if I turn it. I don't know if that bothers you guys. Okay, and then do we want reinforce some of my whites a little bit. If I get a little bigger, it's okay. I'll grab a little pinch of water. I feel like I'm drying out a little bit. Okay, so those are looking pretty. I could reinforce that one a little bit. So we could catch some light up here. Maybe catch all of this one. I'm just trying to make it a little bit more random and maybe catch the edge. Here, I need a little. It's going to take a couple of layers of white even without the matte medium. That's kind of fun. I like that. Sort of dappled light. We could leave the rest in shadow. What do we want to do? We could have a little. So anything you make white's going to come forward, basically. White comes forward and dark goes back. It's kind of fun. All right, one way, I don't know if I want to push those back or not. We could glaze a little green over them. It's too much water. How do I know it's too much water? It looks kind of, starts to look kind of grainy. It won't do it with every paint. I could kind of, green helps push it back. Actually, I kind of like that. Okay, that was fun. Okay, we could be done with flowers, except I kind of want, do I want to pop a yellow again? So this will dry because I'm just kind of blobbing on it. It'll have like sometimes a little peak on it, which I don't, I think I like. Oh, here we can maybe. Kind of play with some blobs. So I kind of smear it out with my finger if it scares me because it's a little light. This kind of needs some blending. Maybe some of the lighter raw sienna. Yeah, I like that. That was a better idea. I'm thinking like little seeds too when I make like little funny. Oh, you know what I might want to do? Take a little white and just connect this one. Oh, that was messy. I'm gonna call this one a happy accident. Just kind of vary where it was connected. I haven't done that a ton. Make it a little more interesting. Got white on my brush, I better be careful. Danger, danger. Okay, I kind of want to throw some purple in here. Or we could throw some straight up orange. Because that's adding another color, so I kind of hesitate doing that. Oh, you know what we could do next? Let's do this. Let's put some stems in and let's throw some grasses over the top. Okay, so this is almost perfect. So I'm just gonna reinforce it a little bit. And you don't have to reinforce it everywhere. It pretty much, maybe a little thicker though. Well, I ended up connecting it. Ooh, pardon me. Slime coming off my brush. Here. Do a little water erasing. I'll let that dry. Okay, let's grab a little darker green. Yeah, that one's almost got a stem right there anyway. That might work better. Here, let's grab a little white. So a lot of times I lighten my greens up with yellow. Here, let's put a little yellow in it too. Yellow and white, so it doesn't go so minty. This might be too light, but let's just put it in. Maybe I'll have it fade. I don't know if that's gonna... Sometimes it dries fast and can drive you a little crazy. I can come back over with a darker color. I'm gonna connect that one to the bottom. I was gonna have that one come over, but it's smaller. Let's have this one come over. Okay, so center's kind of there. I would come over that one. That's actually kind of nice. It's a little skinny, maybe. So you don't have to connect every flower, but I think I'm going to here just because I've already pretty much done it. Oh yeah, this video has taken a while, isn't it? I'm gonna grab some blue. Maybe we'll just blend that in with some other. I don't want balloons with stems on them. Karen Margulis, I don't know how to say her last name. I should message her and ask her. It's a good point. And if you think of it like that, like, okay, you don't want, you know, balloons with, yeah, you don't want balloons. I'm not sure what I said, but okay, I want to put some, all right, we're going to get brave. You ready? Tighten your seat belts. I hope that was kind of funny. I'll laugh at my own joke. Okay, I'm just kind of mixing up some paints. My brush is loaded. Let's, where do I want it? Let's, here we go. So what that does, it'll push them back a little bit, like you're really looking at a grassy patch. Maybe a little darker. I think it'll be fun too. I'm just trying to figure out. If I get the value wrong, I don't need to be this picky. Oh, I hope that's on. Sorry guys, I get into painting and I don't pay attention to my tape marks. Let's put one. See, I've got one going that way, so let's definitely do one going this way in case we forget to change our brush strokes. Isn't that kind of fun when it goes over? I haven't done that too much. Straight up the middle. I grab a little white. Let's just kind of dab at it. Oh, I kind of like that. Nice contrast. So here we kind of have it starting, fading, and catching the light again. This is sort of the fun part now you start playing. So the light's almost brighter than the light's catching the grass more than the flower. Oops, I've got two soldiers here. I'll darken that one up, change it a little bit. Okay, I think that's fun. I think I've got enough crissy-crossy going on. Maybe a little. I don't really want to lead you off the canvas. That might actually be kind of fun just to have a little. I think we're getting close to done. I kind of want to add another element. And then the sky holes totally worked to change so I didn't have that straight line coming across. You could leave it there. I'm looking at it. I'm trying to step back from it. I think that looks really pretty. We are really close. I'm also wondering how long this video is. Leave in the comments what you like about my channel, what you don't. Do you like the traceables? I super appreciate people send me money through Venmo and PayPal for the traceables. So nice. I literally go buy paint. I'm gonna go buy paint today with Emily, my daughter. Go grab some Mars Black. This is my only tube. You can't tell, but it's about down to there. Okay. Let's put the bee in. I've got a number 1, Simply Simmons. Is pretty loved, but I think it'll do the trick. So I'm trying to decide which is gonna be easier. If I make it like a black blob and then put white over it and then put yellow, maybe we'll do that. You could do it anyway. What's so nice about acrylic is you can do it just about any way you want. That Prussian blue likes to dry on me. I'm just kind of dabbing in a little water, which is why my brushes get abused. Okay, maybe I'll put in a couple of bees because I kind of want more. So I'm just going to paint a little oval shape. And if you're not steady, don't worry about it because I'm not being terribly steady here. I just want to make sure I go over. Yeah, I think we'll put a couple bees in there. Oops. I should link this one in my grass video when this one posts. So then you can see me paint tall grass. I've got another video that I referenced, I'm pretty sure. That paint's kind of sticky funny. Sometimes water and layers will help you. So should we put like a little bee? We're gonna have to put 3 bees now. one here. So I kind of start in the middle and I push it to the edges. I'm gonna make him kind of fat. Him or her. I think they're probably hims. If they're honeybees. I don't know if these are I always paint the bumblebees, not the honeybees, because I like the white backsides. Okay, so we got 1, 2. Where's the third one go? Could go up here. Could go way over here. I think I want it up here, and then we can kind of say this is the star of our show, and then the bees are surrounding it. Should we reinforce our star of the show a little bit with a little more contrast? Oops. I thought that'd be a good idea. Now I don't like it. Actually, maybe not so bad. Yeah, it's actually not so bad. Put a little shadow in on the excuse me, on the petal. Gonna soften it with a little brownish color. Might be too much. So that's where you can have a painting take a long time, go back and forth and back and forth, which I like. It's not necessarily a bad thing. I just see this. I didn't see this earlier. I've got a smear, so I'm gonna make it into a little petal. Okay, back to bees. You could get black out too if you wanted. Okay, so that brush is in my way. You want to vary them, and then I don't want to like line one right on top of this one. I mean, you could. Stick a little one up there. Yay! Okay, I'm gonna dry this with a hair dryer, and I'll be back. Okay, I think what we're gonna do is not talk much about these bees because they're little. So I think I'm gonna put just yellow and then like a yellow butt maybe. Some of them do have yellow butts. Oops, I've got water on my... So maybe just one yellow on that one. So yellow will go, I'm putting the white down so it'll cover, so I can paint yellow. This is oh, I don't know what size it is. It's just a really skinny little liner brush. Royal and Lang Nickel. Oh, and we're gonna need some wings. So just pull it straight out. You don't even have to try to curve it. We're gonna grab a little water. And then just put like a little dot. This one I'm just gonna put like a little, I'm gonna grab some thick paint. Oops. It's kind of hint at a wing up there. It's kind of funny. Oh, this needs another layer. Just draw a line. We could draw little legs. Kind of trail. So I'm thinning out some of the blue paint. Roll my brush. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna do any more legs. We'll just leave that one with legs. Okay, washing out my brush. I kind of want to play. What color can I get? I mean, I could use the aqua green. Oh, actually I could use the raw. I could use this color. Maybe. Could put like some little, I like to put like little seedy things in there. Just smear that. Well, let's put one up there and kind of one like that. I kind of like the dots and the spots. This isn't something you have to do. Let's grab some of this color. Are we good? It might be good. All right, let's call that good. We could put some lime green in it to make it pop, but I don't think I'm gonna. I think it looks nice. I think I'm gonna dry this with a hairdryer and we'll put the bees on and we'll be done. Okay, I'm just gonna grab some straight up yellow and my little teeny liner brush. And it'll start to make that, it'll make it look like a bee. And it'll make the blue, oh, that's what I was gonna say. It'll make the blue look black, more black. But of course, use black if you want to. So one thing we could do is take a little bit of our lighter yellow. This is unnecessary, I think, but for some reason this one's kind of bugging me a little bit. Oops, maybe a little more. When you're painting this little, I don't know if this is true, you almost need more of a value change to actually see the change, because it's not showing up. Try a little straight up white. I'm a little scared to do that. That kind of worked. Maybe put a little, almost want that a little stronger even though I made it lighter. Okay, let's sign it. Let's sign it. Maybe here, it's kind of plain over here. So, I just want something that's not going to stand out too much. If it stands out too much, let it dry and I can glaze over it darker. And then I like to come in, like a knuckle, in case they have a frame that's got a big overlap on it. So I put my initials on the front because I paint some really small paintings and it fits. And then I sign Leslee Troe on the back. You could just put your last name. You could write it with a Posca pen. I wouldn't do it with a Sharpie because a Sharpie has alcohol in it. It's gonna break down, and it could break down the acrylic paint. I really don't know the chemistry behind it. I just wouldn't do it. 1 dot for favorite son and 1 dot for favorite daughter. Okay, we'll see how that dries. I might glaze over it, make it a little darker. Well, I hope you liked this one. I hope it's helpful. I hope I stayed on camera for the most part as I adjust. Oh, here, maybe you want to see some things up close. I was really trying to get this done. I want to get a couple done so I can take them to the gallery, get them varnished. I'm blessed to have sold some little paintings during my opening. That just means the world to me. Isn't that fun? Just play with values. Whites, a lot of times white isn't white. Here, do I need to get closer on the bee? Just a cute little blob. Easy bees. Wonder if that should be the title. That one just has one wing. Don't know what direction it's going. That one we know. Okay, guys. I really appreciate all of you. It's so fun to connect with you. Great big happy art hugs, and I hope to chat with you soon. Bye, guys.